preaching, I'm the heir to the seat. Testify so I don't lose every word. That's about my trouble is to leave where you still need a little bit of some money, man. I need a couple mil. Yeah, think you need a mail. Mortgage being wild, feasting in the cell. That's why I'm always chilling, cause I feel like I'm fulfilling all his will. Still do whatever they ask me as well. Just roll without a rolling eye. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' forever plot. Come on, shake your ass, we gon' bring the spot. You know, spin the block around so you can hang in the cut. Oh yeah, yeah, supposed to roll without a rolling eye. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' forever plot. Come on, shake your ass, we gon' bring the spot. You know, spin the block around just like a hand in the clutch. Like I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. Automatic, I'm dropping the pot so they threw me under. But they mad, they wanna party, so they pull each other through the thunder. But you play too, then they choose another. But that's okay, cause I'ma beat them with not you. I see the blessings, but they can't stop choosing not you. I hate to break it, but I mean this. I'm too real, but the competition make them fall a hot suit. And there's no catch. I go out with the bag and I'm bringing it back. I'm like a down cool beat, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem outside of the mask, to the full store in the car with dash. I said, pick to the mall, you the first you laugh. Little boy, that's fast. Time to throw that cash to my money.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. The Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember, they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown at 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory. This is Carson, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3rd down.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Carson out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Jerick McKinnon. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And what I really enjoyed about that run and what made it so impressive to me, was how he improvised along the way. Sometimes on a big play, you just get the football and you take off in a straight line and go. But this time, how about the artistry of that play? That looked a little bit like a Picasso to me.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. And I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive.
Jason Myers.
Many would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your entire team that you believe in them.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Myers' kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And now running right through it. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And 7.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10. Eagles nothing.
Now a carry for Sanders. Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll run with Sanders. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, here's Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Some room to maneuver. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
Chris Carson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Eagles nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Trey Flowers on the stop. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off. It made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They're going to try and throw. And it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 7-yard line.
Out of the the gun. Here's Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jerick McKinnon. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. He'll fire it deep. This is caught inside the 15.
That was cheating. I had that.
Use the second of their timeouts. As it's now 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This position after the big play inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts, escaping the pressure right. Basic tackle down to inside the 10 here before Towns runs on the side.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
From the 2nd and 5. Incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and 5.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Brooks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
First down, Seattle.
So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Taken in the end zone. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. Hurts fumbles it, and the Seahawks have recovered. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff looking right. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1. It's now 3rd down. And
now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Loss of a yard. It's fourth down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Seahawks 48, Eagles nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there, first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess you're going to say 5th time's the charm. They're going again on fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. They'll run. It's Sanders. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
21-yard line.
Second and 4. Forced out to his left. He'll run it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Seahawks 48,
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Eagles 7.
On second down, it's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On third down, Wilson. Past the 20. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. The extra point now coming from Myers. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Around 17-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Eagles able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Elliott good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
And the Seahawks first down.
They run it with Carson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
16 yards, a first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson, screen play, McKinnon. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
McKinnon. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
Seahawks field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Quez Watkins, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
A gain of 4.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up 1st downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up 1st downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting the defense rest on the sidelines.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Eagles 32.
Wilson wants to throw it. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On third down, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now fourth down. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate, and in doing so, sent this one off target.
Dancing to his left. And his pass incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards on the pickup there.
Good game.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10 at the 30.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6 and...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? Went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it?